What's up, guys? I am excited to show you MyDesigns. And no, I don't mean MyDesigns. I'm not even that good of a designer. I'm talking about the software called MyDesigns. And if you didn't open up your account yet, use the link in the description. Open up a free beta account while it's still free. And I'm going to show you how we can leverage this software to sell digital downloads on Etsy. By the way, this software is going to do a lot more in the future from what I'm hearing. And once you get in there and you see it, you'll kind of see that, yeah, of course they're going to allow you to do more in the future, because why wouldn't they? They've already built basically the infrastructure. But it's like, man, this software is incredibly powerful. It's easy to use. I love the UI. As a former web developer myself, I love the UI. It's very fast, very slick. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to give you everything you need to know. But I realized that after showing my girlfriend, because I was so excited, I was like, you got to see this, you got to see this. And she was like, you might want to split this up over 2 days. So I'm thinking that today is going to be part 1. And I'm still going to show you how to use the software, but it's going to get you familiar. And you're going to have homework overnight again, because tomorrow in part 2, I'm going to show you how we can like really leverage the full functionality of MyDesigns to sell digital products on Etsy. So today's still gonna be very valuable, but like, I don't wanna throw too much at you at once and overwhelm anybody. So I think this is the best way to do it. And then, so that's gonna come tomorrow, is gonna be part 2. On Wednesday, it'll be kind of a part 3, where I'm gonna do an interview with Curtis, the owner of MyDesigns, and he's gonna talk about like the roadmap and kind of what's possible and what's planned for the future. But guys, I can't wait to get in here and show you around, so let's get started. We're going to be diving into the software in a second, but first, make sure you have your Etsy seller account open. Use the link in the description to get 40 free listings. If you don't use that link, you don't get 40 free listings. Also, I'd recommend watching my video tutorial on how to sell digital files on Etsy, not using third-party software, by the way. So that video shows you, the basics, and it's always good to understand the basics before you start layering on third-party software solutions, in my mind at least. So I'll link to that in the description, and I'll put it in the YouTube cards. Okay, you already know, open your MyDesign account for free. Of course, you guys all did that already, but if you haven't, use the link in the description. This will get you into the beta, and you can use a free account. Now, I had some people in the comments saying that they didn't think it was free. I know it's hard to see, guys, but right here, there's a link that says, sign up for a free account by clicking here. So make sure you click that. You don't have to pay. All right, and now let's get into MyDesigns. If you don't have your account open, pause the video, get your account open. All right, we're going to integrate with Etsy first. This is something that we just knock out right up front. It's very quick, very easy to do. Go to your settings, okay? And you can see the navigation on the left-hand side. There's a word settings, click that. And then it says integrations, and there's a button that says connect to Etsy. So go ahead, click that. You should see a pop-up, and it'll ask you, hey, do you want to grant access to this application? Click yes, grant access. Now there's one more step, and this one got me caught up. But after that, you still need to click one more button that says Connect Shop. So go ahead, click Connect Shop. And once you do that, you are integrated with Etsy. Guys, it takes like 10 seconds to do. It is awesome. All right. The Amazon integration will not be this easy, but the Etsy integration, fortunately, is. All right. So next, I don't want to make this video about designing. That's not my specialty. Fortunately, my buddy Juna at Detour Shirts dropped a video just today teaching you how to create files for digital downloads. All right. It's almost like a perfect coincidence, except it's not a coincidence. I said, hey, Juna, man, you want to drop a video showing people how to do this? Because I know there's going to be a lot of interest. And he said, sure. So thank you to Juna. Shout out to him for doing that. And I will, of course, link to his video in the description, and I'll put a link to it in the YouTube cards. All right. So you guys are taken care of. Go watch his video, create some, whatever vector file format graphics that you think are going to be good. Like he's got some examples here, flags, food packs, shapes, etc. Me personally, I was like, hey, I'm just going to sell the alphabet. And guys, you may be thinking, Ryan, the alphabet, really? Yes, really. Like, people will buy this. I'm not saying that like I'm going to make sales, but I guarantee you on Etsy, people are buying digital downloads of, vector format letters that they can use for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can probably do a little bit better than this, but as a low-hanging fruit, it's perfect for this demo's purpose. So I made A, B, C, D, E. And I used Photopea, by the way, photopea.com. You can do it all for free. You just file save as SVG, all right? SVG is a vector format, and that's going to be the most optimal for what we need. Although I should mention really quickly, it doesn't have to be SVG format. You can also do PNGs, but MyDesigns software, you're going to get the most out of it using SVGs. And also, I mean, just in general, selling the files, you're going to they're going to be most desirable as, a vector format like SVG. All right, and one huge thing to remember, guys, when you are saving your files, please set your file name to your primary keywords, okay? So in the case of me doing this letter E, my primary keyword is just the letter E, okay? E, that's what I'm gonna save this file name as, E. If you save it as something like, the reason we're doing this, guys, it's gonna be very clear tomorrow, okay, in tomorrow's tutorial, because the application can pull the file name and we're going to basically use that word to basically bulk generate titles, descriptions, tags, everything, okay? But without that, this is going to become a tedious manual process. But with it, we're going to be able to do incredible things at scale with very little effort, okay? But it's going to require you setting your file name to the primary keywords. That's why I'm harping on it and trying to make sure it sets in, okay? This was a best practice anyways, in my mind, but definitely I would recommend doing that if you're not already. All right, so quick introduction to MyDesigns, and we're actually going to jump into the software in a second, but I just wanted to show you around. So the dashboard is what you see first when you log in. It's going to, change over time. I was already kind of told that it's going to have a little bit more like information on like your sales, etc. For now, though, it's got like a little getting started guide. So some stuff that you can do, to get acclimated in here. The listing screen, this is what it looks like when you initially click it before we upload anything, but this is essentially where we're going to spend most of our time. This is where the work is done. This is where we set, the keywords. This is where we can alter the designs, and I'm going to show you all the cool stuff we can do. The uploads tab is where we drag and drop our files to upload them. Jobs. So this is actually where we can monitor the status of the actions we're performing in this software, whether it's publishing to Etsy, generating mockups, anything else like that, you'll find it here. Settings, this is what it sounds like, set your password, etc. You can do your integrations here. Apps, so they have an app store, and this is going to expand over time. And, this basically is just kind of speaking to the scope that they envision for this software. And it's got some really cool stuff going on. For instance, like Translate, though, you can have it translate from English to, another language and, publish in another language. Or you can like generate tags. This is another really good one. They have a tag generator. So you're not just like having to do your own tags. You can actually say, hey, go fetch tags from Redbubble, fetch from Etsy, etc. They have a community, and it's going to grow over time. So if you want to be active in there, ask questions, report any bugs. This is in beta, guys. It's in beta, so keep that in mind. There might be a bug or two. Just let them know, they'll fix it. And video training. You're basically getting a video training here on my YouTube channel, but they also have great video training here as well. This is basically how I got acclimated to the software. I watched their videos. I typically put things on 2x speed, and I'm a crazy person, but it showed me what I needed to know. All right, guys. I want to do a tutorial for you as promised. Really quickly, let me just tell you why this software is relevant, and then I'm going to show you, okay? But I want to tell you first. So this is a cloud-based file repository for our design files. It's right now we're thinking of it as in the scope of like Etsy digital downloads, but like it's going to expand to more than just that, okay? So don't just think of this as Etsy digital download software, because it's not just that. It's going to allow us to do things like bulk edit our titles, tags, descriptions. Like I said, it's got tag generators built in. It can do it in bulk. So we upload 100 designs. It's going to fetch tags based on that primary keyword for all 100, just by us clicking a button and telling us to do it. We can bulk edit images. I'm going to show you that. It's incredible. That's why I put a star there. We can bulk edit or bulk generate mockups. And those mockups are great for if we want to sell a shirt. Hey, put the design on a shirt. Done. If we want to sell these digital files, hey, why not sell them mocked up on a shirt? Because whoever buys this design file can make a shirt with it, put it on a coffee mug. They can do that too. We do it in bulk though. Bulk publish to Etsy. We can auto convert the files. So like I said, if you upload to SVG, you're gonna get the most out of it. But you can auto convert. So we don't even have to do anything. By uploading it to MyDesigns, it's gonna convert that file to various formats. I actually wrote them down over here. EPS, DXF, JPEG, PDF, PNG, and that's if we upload the initial SVG. Like I said, you can also do it with PNGs, but you're not going to get it to convert to some of the other formats. And then the roadmap, I had to make a note there that it is going to evolve over time. So we're getting it on the ground floor. We have a massive edge just in knowing about this right now. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's get over there and get into the software, and I'm going to show you around. So here we are in the MyDesigns software. I'm going to show you everything you need to do to publish to Etsy today. But like I said, tomorrow we're really going to like harness the full potential of the software, okay? I don't want to throw too much at you today, so let's just get kind of familiar with the software here. So we're going to go ahead and go to listings, and you'll notice it says empty collection. So the first thing you might want to know about is collections themselves. They're basically, think of it as like folders in the cloud. Up here in the top left corner, it says home, and then it says YouTube. So I made a collection called YouTube, okay? You can go ahead and make I do recommend actually like making a collection. Just call it whatever the theme of your designs are. So you can see I had a test one there, and I created subfolders called letters black and letters white. That's because, as I mentioned before, I had made these SVG letters of the alphabet. So here we're working inside of YouTube because it's a YouTube video. So, you know, whatever, it makes sense to me. And now I'm going to click upload designs, and then all I have to do is drag and drop my files. So I have them off screen here, but I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop them. You can see I have A, B, C, D, E, 5 files. I've done as many as 100. Actually, I've done more than 100. Just like drag, drop, upload. I've done over 100 before. It works just fine. And I've upgraded my account, by the way, so I have 500 gigabytes of space. For the free account, I believe you only get a gigabyte. But by the way, a gigabyte is a lot of space when you consider the fact that these SVG files are like 293 bytes, 433 bytes, you know, very small. So I'm going to hit upload designs, and just like that, boom, they are uploaded. And now it takes us back to the listing screen, and we can see everything that we just uploaded. By the way, I think I can sort these in order, which may be a little bit easier on our eyes. There we go. Look at that. Boom. They've thought of it all. So I've never used the sort function, but you can see there, I just swapped A and B. So I got everything in order. Beautiful. Okay. So already we have, like, this is already useful to me because it's an online repository for our designs. You know, in tech, they say 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if you only have 1 copy of your files, it's like having no copies of your files, because if something goes wrong, the hard drive messes up, gone forever. So I like to back everything up into the cloud, and at a minimum, like right away, MyDesigns is helping us do that. So love that. So next, you know, by the way, guys, we need to get into templates. Okay. So I'm going to go up here above my head here in the top right corner, and I'm going to click edit template. And they actually have, if you see right here, it says load templates. They have built-in templates for us. And what these templates are essentially doing, they contain the data points we need to push to Etsy, right? Like, we know if we're going to push to Etsy, we need a price field. We need a quantity field, right? We need a title. We need tags. We need a description. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit load templates, and you'll notice right here, one called Etsy Digital right at the top. So I'm going to say install template, and they're going to make me say confirm. So I'll type confirm, and then I'm going to hit yes. So what we just did is we installed the template that exists for Etsy digital files. Now, like I was saying, like right now we're thinking of MyDesigns in the scope of digital files, but it's going to expand. So that's why I keep coming back to that and reminding you. So I'm going to hit edit template really quickly and just show you what's here. We have a title, we have tags, we have description. Under inventory and pricing, we have price field, quantity field, and we have keywords, primary keyword, secondary keyword. Now, the keyword ones, this is not for Etsy. This is just on the MyDesign side, but this is extremely valuable, and it's going to be what we work with tomorrow. I don't want to throw too much at you today because it gets a little crazy. Like I said, I showed Marielle, and she was like, you might want to split this up. So I'm splitting it up. All right. Under inventory and pricing, guys, let's go ahead and set a price for our files. So I like the price point of, you know, it could be like $1.50. It could be, well, for letters of the alphabet, since it is so kind of, I don't want to set a price that's too high. So let's just do like $1.25. You know what I mean? We're just selling letters of the alphabet. But if you have great looking designs and you think it's very desirable, go ahead and up your price, you know, and over time too, you can start low and increase your price over time. Let's do $1.25 though for letters of the alphabet. And quantity, I'm going to set to 999 because really it's infinite quantity. So when I hit save changes, it's going to ask me, do I want to update just the template, which is just what's in front of us, or do I want to also apply this to everything I've uploaded? And those 5 files that I just uploaded, I intend to publish to Etsy. So yeah, I want to update them as well. So I'm going to say the second option, update template and designs, and then parentheses, update design values. Yes, that. And then I click update template. How do we know it worked? Well, I can either click like right here where it says inventory pricing on the letter, you know, the letter A, which is the top listing, or over here behind my head on the video, it says data sets, and you see listing is by default, but I can switch it to inventory and pricing. And then look at that. It changed it on all 5 uploads. So just so you guys know, over here in the right sidebar, you can do that. Okay. Or I can switch it to keywords. So you can see under inventory and pricing, it applied the $1.25 price point to every listing and quantity as well. Now, as far as title goes, and this is where you may want to in theory, you don't have to do this, but you could, you know, edit the template, and you can write out a, you know, kind of a templated approach to generating your title. So it could be letter of the alphabet, digital file download. Yeah, so I called it letters of the alphabet, digital file download, SVG, PNG, PDF, JPEG, EPS, DXF. Description, you know, sometimes I just copy paste the title. You could put something like, you know, instant download, file formats include, you know, I'm doing this live, so I don't want to take it too long, make the video too long, but you see what I'm doing here? PDF, JPEG, EPS. So I'm writing the description. I just clone the title, instant download, file formats include SVG, PNG, PDF, JPEG, EPS. Did I do DXF? DXF. All right, you could write something like that in your description. You could also write a really long description. Again, and it would make sense to invest some time in writing a good description as well, just because, hey, you can reuse it on a lot of your listings. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to show you something that I like to do, which is we are going to leverage the power of this software and basically have it go and fetch relevant keywords from Redbubble, and we can append them down here. We can do something like this, like ** keywords, and then have it automatically insert the Redbubble tags so that we get indexed on those words on Etsy. All right, so it's just, man, it's so powerful what we can do. As far as tags go, you can either write your tags in right now. It's going to be kind of geared towards, you know what I mean, like each letter of the alphabet. And I know letters of the alphabet's a bad example, but like whatever it is you're selling, like each file needs their own tags, right? Like you probably don't want generic tags, so I wouldn't do the tags necessarily in the template today, but what I will show you tomorrow is that we can in fact do this with automation. Again, leveraging the primary keyword from the file name. Okay, but today we're not going to do that. So I'm going to hit save changes, and I'm going to have it update the template, and I'm going to click update. So you'll notice now that all of these listings have the same title. So we need to go and manually key in what the actual, like what we're actually selling. So I'm going to put letter of the alphabet. Should I put it at the front, or maybe like letter of the alphabet A? I might put quotes around it. So A, digital file download, and then here I'll do letter of the alphabet, you know, B, C, etc. Obviously, like this software, the intent was not for people to have to do what I'm doing, but I wanted today to kind of just be like a slower, you know, like let's actually kind of see how this works before we go crazy tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be truly incredible. Here we go. So E. So I just wrote in all the letters into the title so they all have unique titles. I'm going to hit save changes. As far as the tags go, I'm not going to, you know, I guess I can. Let's just do tags really quickly. But we're not going to do it for all the listings, but we'll just do like letter A SVG, letter A file, letter A design. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I got 4 tags here. If you want to remove a tag, all you have to do is click that. You know, when you click it, it disappears. Okay. So I'll re-add it, letter A design file, letter A PDF, I don't know, letter A PNG, etc. You can see the file information here, by the way. You see over here on the right-hand side of the design, it says file details, publications. So if we publish to Etsy, it'll show up right here. I know they're also working on a Shopify integration as well. Okay. But here we are. So the data set for the letter A looks good. Now here, let me show you some really cool stuff. I know we just kind of like grinded through some kind of boring stuff, but watch this. So I can use this checkbox up here and say select all. Now underneath more actions, okay, I can do things like under image utility, I can do a color overlay. So if I don't want the letter or the color black, I can change it to red, for instance, and hit generate preview. Okay, now if I want red letters, all I have to do is, well, we need an output file slot, by the way. So this comes in from the template, and these file slots, there's 3 of them that came with the default template. We can actually go in there and add a 4th if we want to. We can add, I think, a 5th. The most I've ever done is 4, but I wanted to show you that as well. So I say mockup 1, and now I can hit apply color overlay and watch what happens, guys. It will very quickly, kind of behind my head here, you can see it's working on a job. It has 5 designs in the queue, and just like that, it's done. And they just created these red letter mockups here. And so I can see them on this listing screen just under the primary, okay? So you see that? I got the black, I got the red. And believe me, there's more we can do. Check this out. So we can do pattern overlays too. If we wanted to, we could do, yeah, let's try the abstract colors. All of a sudden now we got like the neon A. We could do formal blue or floral, sorry, floral. We got to, you know, so now you can start to see the actual potential here. And in the future, when we're doing more than just digital downloads, we could be selling t-shirts with just using the pattern overlays, right? And hopefully you see the value in being able to bulk apply this to all of the files. So if I uploaded 26 letters of the alphabet, right now it's 24 at a time. So I'd be able to bulk do it in 24, and then I have to go to the next page and do the last two. But check that out. I mean, that looks really cool, right? So let's do this. Let's hit apply, and it'll take a second, and it's going to create more of those. Now, while it's doing that, yeah, there you go, done already. So we got our red A, we have the geometric shape A. Now I'm going to keep these selected. I'm going to go to mockups. So check this out. I go to mockups, and we can have our design placed on like a t-shirt. So let's just check out the t-shirt and hit generate preview. And check that out. Boom. Just like that, it's done. We could do some of the ones I like. I like the coffee mugs as well. So they have like a coffee mug here. Just hit generate preview. Isn't this cool? Like, it's so seamless. And then keep in mind that we're doing this in bulk at scale. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how to use the keyword, basically like the primary keyword, to do a bunch of automation from there. And it just becomes so easy. Like, I took a couple hundred design files over the weekend, drag, drop, upload, apply my template. All I have to do after that is really just come in here, create the mockups, and then I publish. Like, it's so quick, so easy, so powerful, and the listings look really good. Let me show you actually my favorite thing about these mockups, guys. Because, I mean, we already knew we can do t-shirts and mugs like in other places, right? So what's special about this? Watch. So you can come down here to like one of these, you know, and you can actually put keywords in here, okay? And this is going to be more about tomorrow, okay? Because the keyword variable stuff, I don't want to throw too much at you today. But like, you know, for instance, I can grab the title. Actually, I don't know if we set a good title. The title's going to be too long, I think. This would be where, like, if we actually did set a primary keyword, which I'll do just for the letter A, and secondary keyword, I'll put the file formats. Okay? We're going to make more sense of this tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you so you see what's really possible here, the power. So if I come down here, back to where we just were, and this is more or less what I like to use for like my primary thumbnail. And you know the primary thumbnails really matter on Etsy. So primary, I'm going to do primary keyword. Secondary, I'm going to do secondary keyword. By the way, you can change the color of the text here. They've got those controls built in. I'll just keep it like this for now. Generating a preview, and you will see shortly why this is so powerful, because right now it's like we're scoping it as like, oh, it's just the letter A. It's just one file. But like I said, think of this in terms of any number of designs, hundreds, thousands, whatever it is. Okay, so check that out. It just created that for us. And now I can just have the output slot. I'll put it in mockup 3. I'm going to hit create mockups, and we are going to have that created for now all of these files. Okay, it's almost done. And honestly, when we publish to Etsy, I'm probably going to use that file. Yep, there it is. You guys see this? Letter A, letter B, letter C. Oh, I just realized, you guys see what I did there? Because when I set these keywords for the letter A, I manually hard-coded it. I didn't set them for the other letters. So when we look at the other letters, you notice there's no text underneath because they had null values here under the primary, secondary. We'll get into those tomorrow, like I said. But hey, guys, why don't we go through the publishing process for the letter A, okay? So I'm going to select only the letter A here, okay? Then I'm going to go to publish, and I'm going to select digital to Etsy. Okay, now the first thing you'll notice is it says, what file extensions do you want published? So what this is really showing us is the delivery that the customer gets, and MyDesigns is going to facilitate that. But like I said, like MyDesigns is automatically converting it. So all we did was we had the SVG. MyDesigns is going to convert that to JPEG, PNG, SVG, DXF, EPS, PDF. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this as is, okay? And it's going to trigger off of the primary file slot, okay? And you can actually have control over that, though, by the way, if you wanted to switch it. But the primary is that raw design file that we're actually selling. The rest is really marketing, right? Like when I just created that mockup, that's going to be the primary thumbnail on Etsy. That's really just for marketing purposes because it looks good. It says what they're buying. I just love that. So I'm going to hit next step. The categories that we're publishing to, I just leave them as default. So primary, art and collectibles; secondary, drawing and illustration. Next step. And then choose what mockups to publish. Okay, now these are not getting delivered in the zip file that the customer gets. These are just getting pushed to our Etsy listing. So I'm going to do mockup 3 first, and mockup 2 and 1 will just be included as like secondary and third, the second and third images on the listing. But I love this. And by the way, you notice it's flagged as primary here. So we can switch the primary if we want to, but I want that third one to be my primary, so that's perfect. Next step. Here you get like the preview before we push to Etsy. Look it over once, make sure it all looks good. You can, if I would need to edit the title, actually, can I edit it here? I don't think I've ever tried. Yeah, so no, you can't edit here. It's just kind of showing you what we're about to push to Etsy. There's some validation as well. You can see when I mouse over, it says title, 79 out of 140 characters. Description, I think the description has like a lot of characters allowed. Tags, it says no data found. I think I actually forgot to save my tags when I typed them earlier. So that is my mistake. When you actually make changes in the listing screen, up here where I'm pointing, like near the top right, a green button pops up that says save changes. If you forget to click that, well, your changes aren't saved. So I forgot to do that. That's my fault. All right, now I just hit next step. And here we go. It says there are designs with empty field values. Check your listing before publishing. Okay, so I got to go back and edit my tags. My fault. Go to listing here. Say letter A, digital file. Save changes this time. All right, perfect. Now watch this. If I'm doing this like full speed, guys, all I do again is I still have that selected. Publish, Etsy, next step. Mockup 3, 2, 1, perfect. Next step. And here we go. Review, looks good. Got the tags there this time. Next step. And now I just hit publish and I am good to go. How easy was that, guys? And when I pop over to Etsy and I check my drafts, I can find the listing right here. This is what it ultimately looks like. You can see it's flagged as digital. It says $9.99 in stock. $1.25 is the price point. When I go and I edit the listing, you can kind of see here what was generated. That's going to be, seen on the front end by the customer when they look at the listing here. And if you're wondering how this actually works, those of you guys that didn't do your homework, basically like when you sell a digital file on Etsy, you have to like upload something, and that's kind of the deliverable to the customer. In this case, they're going to get a readme.txt file. When they open it, it contains a link generated by MyDesigns that takes them to essentially a page on MyDesigns that has a download link to the file. And what's cool is, guys, you can check it out yourself. Just go ahead and click the readme. It'll download the file to your computer. Open it up, look at what's inside, grab the link, put it in your web browser, and you can actually download all the file types with the conversions and whatnot that the MyDesigns software did. Now, tomorrow is where we are going to see like the true full power of the software, because we're going to like leverage as much automation as possible. It's going to be absolutely incredible. But today, you at least kind of see what's going on here, and hopefully your brain is excited, because I know as soon as I heard about this, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Not even just for digital files, but like where this is going to go in the future is going to be crazy, right? Because you can already see how powerful this is just for digital files. And we're going to be able to publish to other places, not just Etsy. We're going to be able to sell more things, not just digital files. So it's going to be crazy, guys. Anyways, I hope this was an okay tutorial. It's been a while since I did kind of a slow video like this. Those of you guys that are still with me, though, thank you so much. I'm going to shut up now so you can go. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. I will see you tomorrow with part 2 of this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon.